in work. And he's beat a lot of top players too, by the way. Don't be surprised if he goes DD. I've heard DD does pretty decent in the Snake matchup too. I wouldn't be surprised if you went him, if you went me Brawler, who knows, but at the moment, the Sonic is coming out. But I do want to give my flowers to ToeJam.
Yeah.
Not for the name, hell no, but for the gameplay, it must be doing something different. I can see the Northwest crowd pulling up as well, so we will be seeing how we get on, of course, for a button check though.
Yeah, just knocking about, just see, oh, is it working out? There we are. We're gonna see how our buttons are going, and oh, there we are. We're straight back in. Oh, perhaps there we are.
Not button check.
No,
my
we're straight into it. We're on Hollow Bastion, a little bit of a smaller stage, and that C4 that Snake is packing will, of course, completely take out that middle part of the stage. If you want to just make the platform an off-limit zone, Sonic does not usually go there. Of course, wants to control the bottom part of the stage, but Snake can just be like, that's fine. I will just control the top part of the stage, and you physically cannot go there. Very low to the ground, but dashing straight through. And one thing that Snake's going to really, really want to use here, of course, is those famous frame one grenades. Yes, you can spin dash into me all you fancy, but you're going to take damage. So you're going to carry me all the way. That's absolutely perfect because you're going to be sent upwards with those grenades. Using the homing attack there, though, to send ToeJam to the platform and wanting a back air, getting met with that explosive up tilt.
And honestly, these are two characters for me, right? Maybe with Steve as well, but I feel like these two characters with the lead are some of the best characters in the game. Because how do you approach a winning Snake? How do you trade with that guy all damn day with the grenades and the explosives and all this? And how do you catch Sonic with a lead when he's running around the stage? It's so hard to beat these people, so I feel like in this matchup especially, you really want to prioritize getting that first stock. I feel like that kind of tells the tale of this set, right? Who can claim that first stock? At the moment, it is ToeJam.
And wanting to control the ledge more specifically. We've seen a couple of lovely little Z-drop just to position grade when C4 may be lurking somewhere else. Use grenade to control the top, but going all the way down, wanting to come back up with Cypher, but Sonic said no, landing that back air and being able to recover very handily with that spring jump, spin dashing with that side beat straight into the face. That spin charge, of course, is then going to be able to neutralize a couple of projectiles. Obviously, Snake's grenade is still going to explode if you hit him, but using the spin dash and the movement there just to try and catch Snake off stage, which is one of the places that Snake is weakest. In fact, probably the place that Snake is weakest. Of course, he's got that Cypher, but if that gets smashed when it takes a certain amount of percent, that's Snake's recovery just gone. Of course, you can drop that C4, but Snake is going to be in a very dangerous position off stage. Peli looking to take advantage of that with the likes of those low dropping back airs, with those spin dashes off stage, and at the minute, dragging ToeJam all the way across the stained glass and answering with a forward air just to tag on that percent. The percentages may not be equal, but Peli certainly is looking to turn this stock around.
Okay, Peli kind of bringing it back slowly and surely. You see ToeJam kind of, again, setting up that neutral play, man. One grenade on the top, one grenade on the bottom. Where the hell do you run past? Definitely a minecart field, of course. Where are you going to go?
Going high into the sky and wanting to catch with a dash attack. Sonic, though, just running straight past Snake, outpacing the CQC of the solid Snake and landing the spin dash into it, wanting an up air, but of course famously critiqued by Sonic players. That up air felt like it went through a period of it doesn't work, then went through a period of it does, and now it seems to be not quite in that safety net of actually being a functioning move there. Peli, of course, then getting that stock taken as a result of that up air whiffing. We're now back to ToeJam starting to control things again, catching though, using that homing attack just to respond. The grenade's going to go off and then I'm going to hit you with just that last little bit of the homing attack as you try to escape me. That's a really good work from Peli just to keep ToeJam on his toes.
And we're seeing ToeJam really setting up these grenades, keeping for a long time, cooking it as people like to call it, making sure the grenade timings are especially just an exploding projectile straight away. There's the down throw. Where you going?
Nowhere!
Oh my god!
In fact, pardon why you are going somewhere, you're going up and off the stage. I'm just going to lie you down. Of course, that true combo at that magic number 160, but then just being like, no, I'm just going to tomahawk and up tilt you. The biggest boot available is sending Sonic off and away into the skies of Hollow Bastion. ToeJam taking game one off of Peli.
My favorite thing is, bro, he actually did down throw and then took off his headphones and then did the up tilt. Like, he knew, bro. He knew.
Ready.
Jumped up, took the headphones off, up tilt.
Do you want to go again?
Yeah.
And the answer was yes.
And that's what my favorite thing about these players is, like, they'll win the game and then they'll immediately look at you and be like, you want to run it back? Like, no! No!
I don't think so. But in that moment, of course, Peli has decided that's the case. There's that down air, 34 to 50.
No
now
way.
Just fancying it, going for the RPG, of course, famously incredibly strong, but so very slow, wanting to get an attack to potentially spike Snake backwards with that reverse hitbox on the return to stage, but Sonic is wanting to get back into things here, getting Snake with the spin dash into the homing attack, going to bounce back up with the side B, but not land anything that near though, keeping Snake at bay, even though the grenade has been pulled. In fact, you've dropped it, you've taken so much damage, Snake can't bear to hold on much longer.
Yeah, for sure. And I do feel like Peli is kind of like, people like to call it, cerebral, very smart player, right? Very good adaptation, I would say, from him. and he kind of notices things. And I feel like he did notice straight away at the start of this game that ToeJam does like to roll a bit. He does kind of press the shield a bit a lot, and I understand why. With a character like Snake, you just don't want to be near your opponent sometimes. I feel like if Peli can kind of capitalize on that, that might be a turnaround of the game. We'll see if he can figure out more and more. Though there's the up air, there's the kill as well. Not exactly the best DI. Don't think that should have killed, but either way, Peli will take that one. And again, how do you catch Sonic in the lead, Hop Hunts?
You just simply don't. You can control the stage as much as you like, and that's hopefully potentially what ToeJam will go for here. You just have to try and control the stage and catch Sonic in that one moment where maybe he makes that wrong move. But Peli is that character specialist. He knows exactly what he needs to do now. You got 5 minutes 39 on the clock. I got all the time in the world, and you're getting more frustrated as I just run away from you, as that timer ticks down and your percentage ticks up. You're on the clock, and I can just take all the time in the world. Throw everything you got at me. If you don't kill me, it's not going to matter.
But do you see what I'm saying? The difference between the first game and now is that when ToeJam in a lead, or it was even just like kind of evenish, ToeJam was so comfortable kind of set up the grenades and sit back. Now that he has to approach, he is kind of wondering, what the hell do I do? Like, how do I catch him? What do I even do in neutral? How do I play the game? Peli is making it so hard. Ooh. This looks like an absolute coffin. Get in the damn thing. I'm going to bury you right now. Peli feeling so confident. There's the jabs. Get off me.
Getting that up air a second time, chasing Snake into the sky, and then just landing that picture perfect up air. Both hits connecting for the second time this game, as Peli is again safe as houses, just saying, I'm just going to bounce on this top platform. And yes, you've taken out of commission now, but I'll just wait till C4 goes, or I'm so fast on the ground, you can put all the grenades you want from me, I will just run at you and probably get there before they even have a chance of hurting me. In fact, having the time there to run in and steal one of those grenades away from Snake, the down tilt is going to send Sonic up, but not away. But the homing attack is finally challenged. That reticle was locked on, but Snake was locked in, using that grenade to ensure the recovery. And there we are, back at ledge, wanting to return with that nair for big damage, but sent back off, Fabs.
Okay, how do you recover though? Tries to get back with the ledge shove, never mind the nair off stage again. These habits are being kind of called out by Peli a lot of the time. Again, I think he has adapted to how ToeJam is on the back foot, and it really does kind of benefit Sonic as well. Of course, again, with this lead being such a fast character, it's so hard to kind of catch him. We've seen ToeJam struggle this game too, a lot.
And there we go, challenging the Cypher as well, wanting to take away that one place that, you know, exploit that one weakness Snake has. You've taken away the stage control. Now Snake is going to have to struggle off stage as well, challenging that Cypher once again. And ToeJam trying to just play that same game that we saw in game one, but Peli saying this is not that same game. Beautiful grenade pull though ensures that despite the forward air connecting, the ToeJam is going to live a little bit longer. 172 though is nothing to sneeze at. You're going to fall to just about anything big Sonic does here. An F smash, an up smash, and that forward air is going to drill you away if you get caught again. It's crucial now for ToeJam to just stay out of dodge. Just use those grenades. Act as if you're winning. Pretend you're okay, that everything's going to be fine, that you're not at 185 on your final stock. This game, just try and take back control. Beautiful grab. Going for that same tomahawk setup, but Peli not going to fall for that same trick.
Can't do it again. Not at all. And again, ToeJam struggling to get anything, any type of foothold into this second game.
Just looking like doomsday there for ToeJam, just unable to answer. Back to Peli, getting back to stage, but Peli just like, I'll just control the corner. And Peli sent somewhere he can't control, of course, the skies.
Low-key though? Low-key, hold on.
Hang on. Oh,
okay.
Hold on to ledge, you mean?
Yeah, I was going to say, hold on to ledge.
I guess.
That's what he should have done.
Yeah,
but yeah, honestly, he was bringing it back. But again, I think most of that game was Peli really exploiting ToeJam's weaknesses as a player, I think, and also just Snake as well in the matchup. As like, well, if Sonic has a lead, well then, damn, all this setting up I'm doing is just for show. Yeah. You know, I can do all these fancy tricks, but if I'm not in the lead, or if we're not even, then damn, I have to catch him. And Snake is slow. Yeah. You know, like you said, he's carrying all this artillery on his back and his pockets, wherever the hell he's got him, in his ankles, whatever. He's never going to catch the blue hedgehog.
No, he's known for his speed. He's known for being irritating and known for just being able to take the control away from you. And that's what we saw, despite, you know, the best efforts of ToeJam to just control the entire stage. It just didn't work because Peli got that early lead and wants to establish it. Again, here we're on Smashville, a much smaller stage.
Much smaller.
Much less space to have to be able to control, but crucially just like, the game plan remains the same. You've got to just win first, take the first stock first. That does not change at any stage, would not change that. You've still got to get that advantage first. At the moment, it's all Peli going for that back air off the back of the homing attack, not afraid to chase Snake high into the sky, but that air dodge is going to be punished with that F tilt. The homing attack, though, using a very, very wide range to just slink all the way in, and Peli gets up close and personal with the master of CQC and shows him the blast zone.
Yeah, and these side blast zones are really going to favor Peli, you feel, just because these kills off the side so far away. These forward air deep zone kind of edge guards are really going to benefit Peli, so we're seeing that quite a lot. And again, Peli with the lead. You know, what does ToeJam do? He has to figure out something.
Yeah, just a big hit. That's what you're after, right? That's what you want to get, but that's just not the way you can play. We'll just trade grenades. I'll run in and try and grab you, and you'll just get away from me. It's times like this where you maybe think, maybe Eggman's not the bad guy. Maybe Dr. Robotnik ain't so mean in that bean machine, but at the moment, like being thrown around here, once again, is ToeJam using that spring to just put that little bit of pressure, just to be like, even though it's not going to break your Cypher, it's still going to be like, there's this thing coming at you. I am just throwing everything right at you, and at the moment, Peli just continuing this dominance off stage and on, just taking away, as I said, any control ToeJam could have wrestled away.
I really think he's figured out the habits now. I think I think the first game really let him figure out where ToeJam wants to be and what he likes a lot of times. Of course, like, you know, as these mid-level players get into these higher echelon parts of the bracket, you know, you figure out that they do have habits that these better players can exploit, and Peli's doing a good job of showing that. You know, no slouch to ToeJam at all, but I do feel like the knowledge is getting gapped right now.
Yeah, it's just, as you say, that recognition of everything that ToeJam wants to do, combined with, of course, those fast and just really hard to contest moves that, again, just come at you so fast and sometimes are just so overpowering, again, like that back air, that just make it so difficult for ToeJam at this moment. Getting, once again, that side beat into the back air there. Just Peli is just safe as houses, as we say. The house of Time City. Sonic might as well run to the background and stay in one of them for a bit, because Snake cannot quite get his hands on him. He's got the C4 on him, though. There we go. Oh, beautiful.
That was so good. That was actually a really good punish on the homing attack, because, of course, when homing attack whiffs, you're in so much lag. To actually recognize that, put the sticky on with the up smash setup, so smart from ToeJam. Honestly, could come back into the set, but it might be curtains for this third game.
Going for it right there. Wanted just that big fix to that problem that has been pestering ToeJam all game. Going for that RPG fueled F smash, and now just being like, I'm just going to stay off the ground. I'm just going to go to this platform, and I've been having to come to you the whole game. That's fine. You can now come to me, getting that back throw and driving Nikita just to pressure Sonic. Just be like, come on back, see if you can do it. Trying to react, but unable to do so. Sonic just that a little bit too quick, able to weave through, launching and slingshotting with the spin dash, dropping the C4 down and just surviving because of the weight of Snake, missing the back air, and the down air connects, sending Peli away.
Nikita time, managed to recover. C waiting for the roll for the up tilt. Really wants that. ToeJam just has to calm the nerves. Don't show the habits too much. Definitely winnable.
It's where you've got to be most patient in a matchup of two patient characters dashing into your face. But crucially, ToeJam has been like, that's fine. Come on in. Do what you fancy. You've got to keep your cool. You've brought it this far back. Nothing Sonic's going to do except for that back air is going to really threaten you, because he's got it right in your face. And you've got that CQC. That up tilt's looking lethal right now because of the rage. And Sonic's 100% finally in triple figures and wants to get another point on the board. Here is ToeJam, but using that one hit that's a little bit slow, but has that bit more range, extending those legs to catch you coming back.
And honestly, I'm really confused why ToeJam actually picked this stage. Because I just saw him to ask, like, same band. So maybe we'll see if he goes somewhere different. But I really do think giving Peli the option to have these deep edge guards off stage really helped him in that part. Because, yeah, ToeJam, again, brought it back to last stop. But it just seems like it's always too little too late, right?
Yeah. That bridge too far. You used all of those big hits that Snake did have, and what was really crucial there again was that patience. You did go initially for that F smash, you know, again to that quick fix to that big problem, but you then brought it back. You then managed to land it down there. You then just kept yourself safe, and you played the game sort of not wanting to win versus Sonic, but just not wanting to lose. And that was what really allowed ToeJam to get back, using that down air to float back and wanting to mix things up. Beautiful recovery there, but Peli just straight back into things with the homing attack, using just the jab to just send ToeJam away. we need to just keep that patience, keep that cool, and we're seeing it there. ToeJam just playing a little bit more reactive, but Sonic breaking through the defenses, finding that one little gap in Snake's arsenal and using it to secure that first stock. But Snake was ready there, answering back, wanting an up air, but finding a back air instead. 91, Sonic's at ledge. You got to keep that pressure on.
Yeah, you could see a lot of the time that Peli's kind of pressuring ToeJam. I feel like ToeJam's kind of mashing fair, just kind of get his way back down. And again, I've talked about this before with other players. When you're facing these better players, they will punish you for habits like that, and you take a lot of damage. ToeJam died for it, you know what I mean? He's mashing fair in his advantage to get off the ledge, and he's literally dying for it. These type of things really kind of keep you back from getting to that next level. If he watches this back, I would love for him to see, how he can kind of, reset the stage. You're a character like Snake. You have grenades, you can put the way down, see where you can kind of, control the battlefield, make Peli scared and shield. At the moment, Peli feels so free to kind of run around, even do homing attack on shield. Do you know how confident you have to be as a Sonic to homing attack your opponent in neutral?
Yeah, that end lag that we'd see come out hitting, of course, there with that back. But yeah, that end lag that'll come out if you do that homing attack. Peli's got to be feeling safe as Houses at the moment. Wants to just throw out an F smash just because he can. Just sock Snake in the jaw. You're good at CQC. I'm not so bad either. Wanting to use that massively powerful F smash, but then just bringing it right back, just pulling away and hitting that glancing up air again. It's looking pretty dire for ToeJam.
It might be curtains, Hot Punks. Honestly, I'll never count someone out, but maybe this time for sure they have to. ToeJam doing a good job of kind of pressuring Peli, but it's that final third people like to talk about. How do you get the kill? There it is right there. One more or two more to bring it back to even, of course.
You forgot that my C4 was lurking there, and you've been punished accordingly for it. I want to say as well, we've seen when Sonic's been off stage, it's the Nikita usage as well. I think is just that little bit not quite right.
Sure.
Going really, really low every time with the Nikita. Obviously, Sonic has that giant spring jump that can just bring him back from any depth, and that's fab using the Nikita like that if Sonic was going low. But every time we've seen it, Peli was just like, you're throwing out Nikita, you are trapped here, you've driven it down, I'm just going to stay in that middle range and then just homing attack back to you. Big hit that you physically will not have time to cancel out of the Nikita and then avoid, just to keep that pressure on. Just be like, even when you're in advantage, even when you're edge guarding me, I still have that one quick way back in, and Peli is just looking lightning quick at the moment, landing that back air, dodging the C4 and finishing it off with a CQC F smash.
Feeding him air dodges. Peli will eat that up every day. Shouts to him. Shouts to ToeJam as well. Yeah. I do feel like Peli showed, I don't want to give him his flowers as well. He showed some really good Snake knowledge. Yeah. Just, getting around the grenades, using them against him again, like you said before, homing, attacking the side B. I know Peli does actually have a little bit of a Snake secondary, or pocket, we want to call it. I know he's played them in the past to kind of figure them out as well. So I'm not surprised. He does have a little bit of knowledge he did showcase there. And I do feel like, even though he might be away from the game for long, I can see that grinding online has really helped him. I know he's been grinding a lot recently to kind of come back for this this tournament. I think he's ready, man. Yeah, I genuinely think he's ready.
It just, every time Peli reappears at one of these tournaments, it's just like, he's not missed a step.
He's not missed a step, honestly.
He knows what to do still. He's on top of everyone. It feels like at every avenue, and is just ready to use what he already knew from when, he was a little bit more active in the scene, to just apply it straight back. It's like riding a bike and just not losing that level that he was attained at before.
I do think Peli is a step above a lot of the rest of this tournament. I would not be surprised if I see him in top 8 winner side, top 6, 4. I wouldn't be surprised if he won the event. It's definitely within his hands if he just keeps on grinding. I think he played fantastic that set.
Yeah,
I think he did show a case of why he's good. His adaptation, as I talked about, he's a very smart player, very patient as well. Doesn't have to always approach. He's not one of those guys that mashes in disadvantage. No. Peli is always like, you know what? I'll just reset the situation. I'm the fast character in the game. So why not? And he did showcase that a lot. Good skill set. And I do want to give flowers to ToeJam though. Yeah. I think the first game he won, he applied so much pressure and his knowledge of Snake to kind of control the zone, to make his opponent feel unworthy of how to approach, is definitely a reason why you probably beat Carbo before. But just sometimes it's not good enough to beat these other good players, including Peli. So absolutely,
I couldn't have put it better myself. What just an excellent little summary there. But yeah, kudos to both players. Excellent set again, and kept what could have been just this slower, I'm going to control the nature of this game, just kept it back and forth, swinging back and forth. Of course, Peli was able to gain that much more momentum in those interactions. And speaking of momentum, Fabs, do you know who we've got next? We've got Giggles and Joy Kong. I had a chat with the King of Kong Country and the current King of the Durham Hill, and his words were to me, I need to